you're also gonna get like a confirmation text. Just feel free to respond yes, so I know you see it, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Thanks so much. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? It works. It freaking works. Oh, I'm so happy that worked. That was literally gonna be my last call. Ladies and gentlemen, you saw this raw. I made the list raw. Gosh, disappointment. Freaking go. Okay. Good morning, y'all. Check this out. Ain't that gorgeous?
So yeah, that's why I like to wake up every morning. It's actually gonna be a pretty cool day. I'm going to an event where we're gonna talk a lot about insurance and stuff like that. And then after that, 2 client calls. And then after that, I've actually got an outreach session, which essentially we're gonna be doing a bunch of cold calls. And we're gonna see how that actually ends up being. Do people like it? How are they reacting? What are people saying? Because I wanna test out whether this thing still works or not. That'll be useful. I like to start off my days by sort of writing down everything I'm trying to achieve for the day, because you can easily fall into the trap of being busy without being productive. You know, just scheduling meetings for no reason. Answering emails can seem super productive, but I'm trying to think about what is the stuff that's gonna move the needle forward, and what is the stuff that if I achieve today, I will consider it a successful day. Now there's one big thing on my mind at the moment, which is I'm currently building our coaching program. What I mean by that is, I'm sure you know that I came from the world of AI, and we sold a bunch of agents for construction companies, and that's how we built the majority of this company. Obviously after that, we ventured into other spots, but that was the starting point. About a month ago, I wanted to do an experiment, which was, I wonder if I were to take what I did and gave it to other people, would they be able to achieve similar results? And the answer, surprisingly, I took a really small test group of like 4 or 5 people. The answer is not right now. As in, the problem isn't really the knowledge, it's the execution of it. What I mean by that is, I've given folks everything that I know about who to call, when to call, what to say, what to build, how to sell it, everything. And that wasn't the missing piece into why they weren't making the amount of money that they were making. They weren't doing so because cold calls were scary, because that's the majority of how I got my clients. Was I would call them up, and then after that we moved into a cold email, which was also really good. So that was really interesting for me to see that it's not necessarily firsthand. It's not about, hey, I just don't know what to do. A lot of people do know what to do, and they still don't get results that they want because they just aren't willing to go forward with it. They aren't willing to make that call. They aren't willing to be rejected. They aren't willing to show up and be consistent. And now I'm trying to figure out, how do I build in consistency and accountability, and how do I also make it easier for people so that this program is more accessible. And it's not easy trying to convince people to do something that is going to be good for them, but can be uncomfortable in the short run, right? So I guess it's like going to the gym, right? It's painful to be at the gym, but you're doing it because you know in the future it'll be better for you, or because you'll be proud of yourself for going and doing it, even if you didn't feel like doing it. So that's what I'm working on. And if you have any ideas, by the way, on how to do so, feel free to let me know in the comments.
So one of the things that I believe would be really valuable to me solving this outreach problem is actually doing a lot of it myself. So I'm actually gonna jump on my computer here, and I'll show you how I get leads, how I put them in a list and track them, how I actually do outreach. Because later today, we're going to start doing some cold calls. But I think me doing it myself for a little bit will actually give me better insight into, well, at least remind me, what are the tools and strategies and tactics that I use that I can then show it to other people, and what can be improved. So let's jump in.
There's actually a few different ways that you can source leads. I'm going to go through them here, but the problem we're trying to solve is a lot of people, they struggle with what niche to pick. They struggle with where to find these leads. They don't know how to filter the people that they can actually help, and how to organize this list. So that's the sheet you're looking at now. And I think there's already plenty of challenges. So let's solve these one by one. Niche picking, typically, I like to suggest 3 questions to ask yourself. The first thing that you should think about when you're picking your niche, in my opinion, is, first of all, do they have money? Doesn't matter how good your solution is. If they don't have money, they can't pay for it. An example of what I would consider to be a bad industry, at least for our services, which in this case is mostly chat agents and voice agents, would be stuff like musical artists, right? Barbershops, especially as you go higher and higher ticket, because you could have a really good product, but if they can't pay, $10,000 for it, it just doesn't make financial sense, right? Especially if they have a super low ticket product, like a barbershop, a haircut's like $50. So justifying that spend will be a very difficult thing to overcome unless you present it as a lifetime value add. So if I were to bring you a customer and they're going to spend, $5,000 with you over the course of 5 years, then that's the price, or that's the ticket that you want to look at, instead of that incremental or that singular transaction of $50. What really made this sink for me was Starbucks. You spend maybe $4 or $5 at Starbucks every time you go, but on average, the lifetime value of a customer at Starbucks, I believe, is about $15,000. So when they see you walking in, they don't see $5, they see $15,000. Now it actually makes a lot more sense as to why they'll sometimes give you free coffee, or they'll redo your order if you got it wrong. Well, it's not because they're super nice. It's you staying at their business or you continuing to come, even if it costs them a few bucks, once a year, doesn't do anything for them. Like, they're still very much winning. So that's one thing to take into consideration is, do they have money? Secondly, is can you reach them? It doesn't matter how much money they have. If you can't reach them, you can't help them. So, for example, banks have a lot of money, but do you know any bank owners? Probably not. So I'd probably stay away from hard to find or hard to reach people. Insurance companies I probably wouldn't touch just because it's very difficult. They're very hierarchical. I wouldn't touch insurance companies because to reach somebody who can make a decision, you probably have to go through some sort of committee, and it can be a lot. So probably not worth it. I would also avoid bigger companies as a whole. The bigger the company, the more hoops you have to jump through to actually reach somebody who can make a decision or greenlit whatever thing you want to propose to them. So I would try to stay away from huge companies. And lastly, it's can you actually help them? Meaning our solutions, chat agents and voice agents, thankfully are pretty malleable where most businesses can benefit from them. But I'm sure there's businesses that can't. So before you jump into a niche, can you actually help them? And I would add one more thing here as well, which is, do you have experience in that field? No, you don't need to have experience, but it's useful to have somebody on your team who does have that experience. When I jumped into roofing, I had, the closest thing I had done to roofing was climb my parents' house about it. But my media buyer at the time, he was an expert in roofing. So our company knowledge as a whole wasn't zero. And you ideally don't want to start at zero. Now you can if you have to, but you probably don't want to. And I've got a whole video going down over how to pick a niche, etc. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to stick with what I know already because I have a lot of experience in it, which is roofing. So that solves the first problem, which is what niche do you pick? Now the second problem, which a lot of people get stuck at, is where do you find these leads? I like to use two different methods. The first one I'm going to show you right now, and then there's the more scalable one. So let's look at, if you can see my screen here, if you go on Google Maps, pretty simple where I start. I'll just write in roofing, and then it'll give me a bunch of spots in Orlando, but I want spots in Tallahassee, right? So, okay, I see a bunch of roofing companies here. As I zoom in, I'm probably gonna find even more. Cool, plenty of roofing guys, amazing. Now what I want is on the left-hand side, I can see all these roofing contractors. There's kind of a sweet spot of the contractors you actually want to work with. You're looking for ideally people between 10 to 100, maybe 150 reviews. The reason for that is somebody who has less than 10 Google reviews either just started or typically they're just not very good at putting themselves online. A lot of the stuff is referral based, and they probably also have zero website traffic. Because keep in mind, the product that we're selling is we help convert more leads that land on their website because we provide a chat agent for our customers to talk to. So I'm on your website, I have a chat agent I can talk to. Okay, cool. Higher likelihood of converting because I found somebody to talk to. Now, if you don't have any website traffic, it doesn't matter. Whatever number you take times zero, even if it's 100% conversion rate times zero, is still zero. So we're looking for that sweet spot, and I think it's between 10 to, call it 50, maybe 150. Now, when you're starting out, you're probably going to get lesser quality clients, which is fine. Because think of it this way, like if I'm a bigger roofing company, I probably have different departments, stuff like that. I'm going to want to vet the people that I'm working with. Now, are you going to pass all those checks? Probably not, because you're just getting started. If you have no testimonials, no referrals, no nothing. So if that's the case, it makes sense that the companies I do work with are very much lax on those rules, but that also comes with downsides, which means they're more flaky. Somebody might tell you, oh yes, I'm down for it, and then they just never show up. So just be prepared for that. And it's part of the game. It's part of the entrepreneurial journey that we're all going on. So let's take the first one here, Stubbs Roofing and Exteriors. Cool. Now, the first thing I actually want to do is I'll take a look at their website. I'm going to pull up a software called SEMrush.com. Now that I have their website, they have Google Guaranteed, that's fine. But what I really am looking for is what is their traffic look like. Now these guys, they seem like, I would assume during these periods, I don't know why, they had zero traffic during this like year and a half. Maybe they switched websites or the website went down for a while, but it seemed like they're getting at least some level of traffic. Now SEMrush, what it does is it estimates the amount of traffic based on different factors like backlinks and stuff like that. A lot of technical jargon, but my point is you really want to look at this number and hopefully it's more than zero. So at least they have some sort of traffic to their website. Now, let's see what their chatbot says. Live chat with us. So this is what they currently have, right? If I press in James, let's see what happens. how much? Let's see. The roof. That's what it says. Now, if I'm a user, then I'm essentially just waiting here. I wonder if anybody's going to pick up. If they do, then I don't have much to sell them, and I can just move on to the next one. Now, you have to keep in mind that people aren't like me waiting here. Even I had a reflex to just go to the next tab, do something else. But I'm going to give them, at least a second to see will they respond within about a minute or two. But I want to emphasize that this waiting period is where most people fall off. All right, cool. So now that I know that these guys, their chat agent isn't really worth anything, so then I can just go in here, and I'm looking for one more piece of information before I put them in my list, and that is the name of the owner. I'm just checking in to see. Shannon's typing. Okay, somebody's typing. That's cool. Now, click here. Dustin Stubbs. Perfect. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for. Mr. Dustin Stubbs. So now, when I go to my list here, all I'm putting is roofing. Date, let's put 28 October. Phone number. Now, the reason why I use the BBB is oftentimes you'll find the owner on the BBB, and this is really who we're looking for. Let's see, what was their phone number? So that's their Google Maps one. Ideally, I'd rather use this one. So let's see here. Like, there's still, like, I still haven't responded. She was typing, I guess she gave up. But go here, phone number, URL, that was this one, review count. I think there were like, what, 152? 52, and then I saw 160 here. Dustin. They have a human bot. Did it respond? Oh, looks like they responded. Cool. All right. Well, it took a little while, but at least they got back to me, which is more than most people. So these guys, you could even consider. I would still give them a call just because this looks like a person is actually typing this out. So the value we're providing goes twofold. Firstly, in a real world scenario, I would have already left this page. Secondly, there is someone who's actually writing all this stuff, which is just rough. It's just such a gigantic waste of time because the reality is the vast majority of people aren't going to convert from this. So there's no point in somebody actually typing away this. She could have been doing something so much more important. But now we go on to the next one. So now I've got that person. I'm going to go to Total Quality Roofing. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Go to SEMrush. And see, firstly, do they have... Do they have a... What's the word I'm looking for? Do they have any sort of traffic? And this is probably the most sort of least important portion of this, which is traffic. It doesn't look like these guys have any traffic at all. Doesn't look like it. I take that back. They do have some traffic. It's a bit lower. Actually, it's pretty similar. So then I just go here. Take this. Let me do one more search, which is maybe that BBB one. And this is obviously taking a bit longer because I'm explaining what I'm doing as I'm doing it. But this is really part one. So they're not accredited business. Probably not ideal. Have they ever been accredited? Probably not. They don't have... I don't see an owner here. That's unfortunate. Okay, so they're not accredited, which is fine. Now let's go to... They also, their thing seems a little low. Like their Google Maps sort of listing. But I'm going to call them regardless. phone number. Website URL. Now the other way, which is a bit quicker, is you can actually pay for what's called D7 Lead Finder. This is essentially a lead database, and you can pay, I think it's like 100 or 200 bucks, and you can, search a bunch of roofing companies. So if I go to home, actually let me try login. If I go to previous lists, you're going to see here I found a bunch of lists for medical spas. Now I've got realtors as well. Let's see, let me get a roofing list real quick. So I'm going to do a lead search. I'm going to do roofing. I'm going to do, not Tallahassee. Let's go somewhere a bit more east, like central time. The reason for that is I'm going to be calling these guys a bit later in the day. So I want, ideally, somebody who's going to be able to do Houston. Yeah. There's always plenty of roofing guys in Houston. So let's do Houston. Houston, Texas. Get leads. All right, now it's going to do its thing. And it shouldn't take super long. Now we can just wait here and go until it's done. It's obviously a lot quicker this way, but it's important to at least know the first method so that you understand what information we're actually looking for. Yep, I will be back once this is done. Now, this is actually probably a good time for me to talk about what we actually say during these meetings. So one of the most important things that I've learned is the cold call. You don't want to necessarily sell the product. You are purely trying to sell the meeting. Now, if you think about what value are we providing, AI isn't actually the value. The value that we're providing, I would consider it, is either make you more money or we save you time, and ideally we're doing both. So if we were to take this example right here, this lady of this company, right? I could have saved them time had they had an AI agent where the lady who was writing Shannon wouldn't have had to actually write it out. Secondly, had I converted, I would have made them more money. Right, now, in this case, assuming they have somebody, I don't know, this is 24 hours. Like if I had texted them at 3 a.m., would they still responded? I don't know. So that's essentially what we're doing. Now, that's how we want to present it, because that is the value proposition. I don't want to go in there and start talking about chatbots because nobody wants to buy a chatbot. So with that in mind, ideally what I want to try to tell them is, hey, I want to typically start asking by permission. When I'm reaching out to somebody over the phone, first thing I want to tell them is call them by their name. This does two things. Firstly, it makes sure that I'm talking to the right person. Secondly, it also tells them I've done some research and I'm not just spamming everybody. I'm trying to talk to you, which just increases the likelihood of you actually getting on the phone or you getting some sort of yes. That's why we're doing the whole BBB search thing. Secondly, I ask for permission to pitch. So I will simply say something along the lines of, hey, cool. Hey, Jonathan, I'll be honest with you. This is actually a cold call. I saw your listing on Google and I thought I might be able to help you with some stuff. Can you give me 10 seconds to pitch you on something? If they say yes, great. We want to accept. If they say no, they're going to hang up right then and there. That's fine. Now that they've given us permission to pitch, I want to keep my pitch as short as possible. And ideally, I'm saying something like, look, we just help roofing companies, make a bit more money without necessarily spending any more money on ads. That's kind of the whole idea. Now, does that sound like something you guys have time for or space for at the moment? Where are you taking on new jobs? Or y'all just booked out for the next, 3 months? And most companies aren't really booked out for the next 3 months, right? So a lot of them will say yes. And that's when you just end the conversation by saying, okay, perfect. Look, I know I probably called you out of the blue. We both got plenty of things to do, but I'd love to invite you, if you'd be open to it, to some sort of meeting or some sort of call with one of my technicians or with myself for 10, 15 minutes. And I'll just show you everything that we do. And if it sounds like something that you think could help your business, then we'll happily move forward. And if not, at least you'll have a bit more information about, what your competitors might be up to. Does that sound fair? If yes, you book the meeting. If not, that's cool too. You might have to do some objection handling, but we just got our list. So let's wrap this up. So essentially what D7 does is it's everything I just told you, but in a more streamlined list, right? Where I can then export this. Let's see. Well, there's more columns. What columns do I want? Business logo, that's fine. Website URL. These are all the things that I can get.
Google search domain info. I'm happy with all this stuff. So now what I'll do, I'll go back, and then I can go to export. I'm actually go ahead and open this in a brand new sheet. Only other thing I would do would be on here, press column. I'm gonna try to make it actually as similar to this as I can. So company name, phone number, website. Company name, phone number, and then website. Actually, this is here. Yeah, that's fine. So now we go in here. If I can reach the CEO, then I mean we're on a roll at that point. Now let me actually check if these guys are like huge, and I don't know. I mean their website doesn't look huge. But if they have TVs, then if they have, and they already have a website. They already have a. It's not one of these. This is one of those. You notice what this looks like? It looks like one of those go high level, chat agents. Cool. So I wonder what their traffic looks like, because I feel like these guys yeah, they're up there. Okay, cool. This company would actually tremendously benefit from a chat agent. The reason I say that is if I'm just reaching out to you, or if I'm just looking around, I'm gonna give you all of my stuff because I know you're just gonna like blow me up with like spam, right? So at least that's what it looks like from my perspective. So that's why like a lot of these chat agents with name, phone number, and email. If I'm filling this out, I mean, I might as well just fill out like a form fill, right? So then I can go in here, and I know these guys have a bunch of leads, so I'm actually gonna create a new column here as well. Call it traffic 2000. And on to the next. This is why I want to do this exercise myself, which is when I was doing this, a lot of stuff had to be manual, right? Where I would get VAs to help me, etc. But I believe that I'm sure I could do a lot. I could automate a lot of the process. If you guys want me to make a video about how to automate some of this stuff, let me know. But I don't think this would be super difficult to have like a research agent do all this stuff for you. Find their BBB, look at their website, look what the chatbot says. There is value in doing it yourself a few times, but I also see how tremendously valuable it would be, how much of a time saver it would be if I could just have a list that's already ready to go and all I have to do is just show up and call. On that note, I gotta get to another meeting, but that was part one.
All right, so just wrapped up the call. We were actually out for quite a while, and I went to dinner. Some of our business partners couldn't record a lot of it, which is unfortunate, but that's the way these things go with these high-level people. But yeah, now I'm about an hour and a half for my next meeting, and I'm gonna try to finish my list. Remember that cold calling one I was talking to you about? Try to finish that so that at 5, which is in about 2 hours from now, I have about a list of 75. That's the goal. It's about 75 people that I need to call. So the goal is if I can get 75 people on my list today, then I'll have done phase 1, what I need to do. And then I will just call them from 5 to 6. So I'm not got all 75 of them. And I think that should already give me pretty good insight into what's missing from this program. Is cold call the best approach? What else is missing to make sure that people succeed? Because this is the part where most people get stuck. All right, so just wrapped up a bunch of meetings. Now we get to do favorite part of the day, good old cold calls. So essentially, I want to see if using my script, I can still call folks and if they'll respond and it'll be the same sort of feeling. So let's try it out. I got about 70 or so numbers to go. So we'll see how it goes. Regardless of whether I book somebody or not, it'll give me really good data. What pickup rates are, if it's worth doing cold calls, or emails are better, or maybe school average is better. He'll know yet. I won't know until I try. Without further ado, let's go. First on the list, we got Scott. Let's see where he's at.
Thank you for calling TPO Pros Roofing and Restoration.
Hey there. I was actually reaching out to you because I was trying to reach out to a couple different contracting companies who do residential roofing in Houston for one of our new pilot programs. So if you guys are looking to book more leads in without necessarily spending more money on ads, feel free to call me back. All right. First one down. Man, I'm nervous. I'm excited.
Stevie. I can help you.
Hi, Stevia. I was actually trying to reach Hisham. Damn. Yeah, hold up. Keep in mind, a lot of people will hang up because they've literally been trained that if somebody asks or like they feel it's a cold call, just hang up, which is alright.
Thank you for calling Thursday. Keisha speaking. How can I help?
Hi there. I was actually trying to reach either Mr. Richard or Justin. Are either of them available?
So let me see if I have them available. So can I have your full name and phone number?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Is there a better time to call them back? This is actually it's a marketing call.
So you can try calling them back later today. We do close at 5 p.m.
That's what it is. I got you. Okay, thank you. Cool. But it's 4, so. Imagine if I was a customer.
Do you know this is Michelle? How can I assist?
Hey, Michelle. Is Mr. Yehuda available?
I'm not sure if he's available right now because he's not with us in our Zoom meeting, but you know the reason for your call, sir?
Yeah. This is actually a more of a cold call, which is why I was trying to speak to either a manager.
Let me transfer you to the main office. Hold on.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Q National, how can I help you?
Hi there. Yeah, I was actually just transferred to you guys. I was trying to speak to Mr. Yehuda.
He's not at the Houston office. He's actually in the Dallas office.
Damn, they're gonna keep transferring me around. This is crazy. Would you happen to have his number?
I don't have his direct number, but
I'm in his office. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, okay?
That's all right.
Thank you. Hey, National, this is Murphy. How can I help you?
I might have just been transferred back to you. Were you and I just speaking? I was trying to speak to Mr. Yehuda.
May I know who I'm speaking with?
Yeah, this is Taha. I was trying to speak to Mr. Yehuda. This is more of a cold call.
Yeah, may I know the reason of the call if you won't mind me asking?
No, that's all right. I was reaching out to a few construction companies in Houston because we try to help roofing companies sort of, how would I say this, streamline but a lot of their operations, which is why I was trying to speak to an owner, a manager, something like that. Or somebody like that, sorry.
You mean to set up an account with us or to request services?
No. So we're an IT consulting firm. This is a cold call. There you go. That's the worst they can do. But you know what's cool though? Is the more I do this, the more confident I get in the fact that I can do this, because it purely is a mental game. Hello? Oh, there we go. Hey man, I was trying to reach Lavallian Roofing. Hello, yep, can you hear me? Yeah, I was trying to reach Lavallian Roofing. Am I in the right spot?
Sorry, what do you need?
I was saying, is this Lavallian Roofing?
Lavallian Roofing?
Yes. Am I calling the right person?
How can I help you?
Yeah, well, I was trying to reach would you happen to be the owner, sir? I'll be honest, this is a cold call. That's why I'm trying. This is a cold call. I'm trying to sell my services to you. I was just wondering if you were the owner.
How can I help you?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
How can I help you?
Hello?
How can I help you?
Are you the owner of Lavallian?
How can I help you?
Oh, right. I'm not sure if you can hear me, but if you do need anything, please reach out. Thanks. Oh man, some of the folks that you reach, man, it's insane. Imagine he calls you back. Says, "How can I help you?" Why are we wasting both our times? I'm trying to be nicer. I'm trying to be respectful.
Good afternoon, Remedy Roofing.
Hi there. Would you happen to be Jennifer?
May I ask who's calling?
Yeah, my name's Taha. I was actually reaching out from all my. This is a cold call, which is why I was trying to talk to Jennifer.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Sure.
So she's got someone in her office right now. May I take a message?
Is there a better time to reach out to her? I was really just calling to see if we could be of any help to them, and if we can set up an appointment. Are they usually more free, in the morning?
It's probably best just to leave her voicemail or send her an email.
Sure. What's the email? Thank God these calls are recorded. I'll go back and get it from there. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks.
Make fun about it. Okay. So Jay Slavinsky.
Thank you for choosing DR Roofing and Construction.
Journey Builders, this is Melanie. How can I help you?
Hi, Melanie. I'll be honest with you. This is actually a cold call. Would you happen to be the owner of Journey Builders?
No.
Damn it. It's never the first person to pick up. Would you be able to transfer me to them?
They're not available at the moment.
Damn it. Is there a better time to call back?
To be honest with you, no, I'm not too sure.
That's okay.
Maybe try tomorrow.
I'm trying not to bother you too much, Do they have an email address that I could send some stuff to?
I just set up appointments. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
There's no one here available for me to get that information.
It's all good. Thank you so much.
No problem. Have a good one.
You too. Bye. You gotta make the most of it.
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling Roof Concepts Construction. This is Scott. How can I make you smile today?
Man, that's the hell of an intro you got, Scott. Hey, yeah, I was actually trying to reach the owner of Roof Concepts. Would that be yourself?
That's not. He is actually out for the rest of the week.
Damn, it's always the second that I call. That's all right.
Uh-oh.
No, it's all good. This is actually a cold call. It's not nothing. I'm only coming here with good news. Okay, so they'll be out until you said early next week.
Yeah, early next week, I believe. If you do have some kind of information or proposal, I know you'd like to speak to them on the phone. It's just with the nature of how they're out in the field, it's really hard to catch them in office.
Yeah.
So if you do have something, I would say send them an email. If you don't have it, I can give it to you.
Yeah, if you got it nearby.
Yes, sir. Whenever you're ready.
Go for it. Is it the Brian at RCCHOU?
That is correct.
Oh, there you go. I've even done your job for you.
There we go.
I appreciate you, Scott. I'll send him an email, and worst if I don't hear back, I might just call. I might just bother you sometime next week.
Okay.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, man. Have a good rest of your
You
day.
too.
Thank you.
You can have good conversations. Oh, I'm not on my own. Yeah. By the way, say hi. This say hi to the vlog. I did. DGI.
It's me. What's up?
Hello. Yeah.
Are you going back to the old school ways?
Well, I'm trying to see what's hard about the cold calls. I'm trying to see, is it still an effective method and stuff like that. So, you know.
I mean, I don't know. There's nothing really hard about them. Just like it's not hard to walk up to somebody's door and knock on the door, right?
What I've learned, especially today, is you just have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Like, I'm not comfortable doing these calls. I hate this. It sucks. Like, these calls, I'm nervous. I don't like it. I don't like being rejected. I don't like people tell me no. It's normal. We have to get comfortable with the uncomfortable feeling. Like, my heart's beating faster. I don't like being rejected. Nobody does. But the only thing that I don't like more than that is not being a person who can say that they're going to do something and then not do it. Because I'm here today because I said, you know what? Instead of me yapping about what people should be doing, let me put myself in their shoes again because it's been a minute and let's see how this stuff actually is. And I remember, you're right, it sucks. But what sucks more is not achieving or not keeping my word. Because that would hurt me personally more than whatever rejection these people can give me.
This call will be recorded for quality assurance purposes.
This call may be recorded for quality assurance.
Thank you for calling Rain Roofing. How may I help you?
Hey man, look, I'll be honest with you, this is actually a cold call. I'm trying to reach the owner. Would that be you?
No, sir.
That's unfortunate. Would you?
But I can.
You can transfer me?
I can get your name. Well, he's currently unavailable, but I can get your name and number over to him and have him call you.
I gotcha. Is there a better time to reach him? Because I know, I can't even reach my own clients. But is there a better time typically when they're in office?
Let's see here. They're usually in office during business hours, but because it's the end of the day, they probably won't be back today.
That's all right. Then I'll try to bother you sometime tomorrow.
All right, no problem. You have a great day.
Thank you. You
Bye-bye.
too.
Hello, this is Denisa with Everest.
Hi, Denise. Look, I'll be honest with you. This is actually a cold call. I'm trying to reach the owner. Would that be you?
In regards to what?
This is actually a cold call. We're a lead generation company. You know, we work with a couple of roofing companies in Houston and Texas, and that's why I was calling you guys. I was trying to reach the owner.
We are not interested in any leads at the moment, but thank you.
That's all right. Thanks for taking my call. Not interested in any leads. If this is not the definition of someone who doesn't own the business, because there's no business that I will tell them I'm going to give you leads. They'll be like, no, I don't want more business. Lies.
I'm interested in leads.
I don't want money. I don't want your money. I don't want it.
It's a great day here at Amstel Roofing. This is Kristen. How can I make you smile today?
That is a fire intro. This is actually a cold call. Like, we're a lead generation company. I'm trying to talk to either a manager, an owner, or something like that. Would that be yourself, ma'am?
No, I'm so sorry. They're currently not in the office, but you are more than welcome to send an email over to info@amstelroofing.com.
You had that ready to go. I'm sure this is not your first rodeo. Is there a better time to reach them? Like, our whole pitch is we just help roofing companies get more leads without spending more money on ads. That's the whole pitch. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, I totally understand. It's really hit or miss depending on their appointments, meetings, all that kind of stuff. So your best bet would really be to email.
That's all right. Is there somebody specific I should be emailing?
No, you can send it there because there's a couple of people and I can ask around and see.
Okay, cool. Will do. Thank you so much, dear.
Of course, have a great day.
You too. I tried. I really tried. It is a humbling experience.
I'm like, please let me get to talk to somebody, please. Damn, that's crazy. She just felt the aura immediately hang out.
Please leave your message for gate 3.
Southwestern Roofing, Superior Fencing. How can I help you today?
Oh, I might have called the wrong place. Am I calling Southwestern Roofing?
Yes, sir. Yes. How can I help you?
Okay, yeah, sorry, I heard fencing. Yeah, I'll be honest, this is actually a cold call. I'm trying to reach the owner. Would that be yourself?
No, I do apologize. The owner doesn't usually work from the office. They do work from home. I might be happy to provide
One
you
of
with an
those,
email
one of
to send
those.
any information to.
Yeah, is it, hold on, I think I might even be able to beat you to it. Is it southwesternroof@yahoo.com?
Yes, sir.
Well, there you go. I've done your job for you. Okay, no worries.
All right, perfect.
You have a good one.
Alrighty, well, thank you so much, sir. Of course, you have a good one too. Bye-bye.
Gatekeepers. But then again, like the amount of calls, like as somebody who's on the other side now, like I see the amount of marketing calls they get is actually crazy. Hello.
This is Alan.
Hi, Ryland. I'm actually trying to reach the owner. Like this is a cold call. Would that be yourself?
No, sir. I just work here in the office, but I can take a message.
Gotcha. Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, we're a lead generation company. Our whole pitch is we just help roofing companies in Texas like make more money without spending more money on ads. That's kind of the whole pitch. I'm just wondering who is the right person to sell that pitch to.
Okay, gotcha. It would probably be best in the morning. We're already out in the office for today.
I gotcha. Is there somebody specific I'm looking for?
Not really.
Okay, I can just call you back tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm. For
I
sure.
gotcha. What was your name?
Valerie.
Valerie. Perfect. Thank you so much, Valerie. I'll talk to you.
No problem. Bye-bye.
Yourself a second date, bro.
Yes. That's actually why I do these calls. It was never about the money.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording.
Emailed.
This is Steve with Gulf Coast.
Oh, I was so rude of me. Did you just call me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Were you returning my call by any chance?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I got you. Here, I'll keep this quick. This is actually a cold call. I was trying to pitch you. We're a lead generation company. Can you give me 10 seconds to pitch here, or do you want to hang up? I want to be respectful of your time.
Yeah, I mean, why don't you send me an email real quick, and then...
Yeah, sure.
Or just go ahead. What is, I mean, like I said, I deal with lead people all the time, so...
Sure, I'm trying not to be one of those. I'll keep it short. We just help roofing companies, typically in Texas or in Florida, get more leads without spending more money on marketing. That's kind of the whole pitch. Now, I know...
Okay, so how are you getting them, and what's the qualifications, and then what's the charge? Let's just get to the nuts and bolts.
Yeah, sure. Well, the way we do it is, have you heard of ChatGPT? I'm assuming?
Of what?
ChatGPT, does that ring a bell?
No, it does not.
Okay, do you know have you heard of the word AI?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, yeah. So essentially, we're just using AI to create sort of these digital employees to talk to your customers for you, get you more reviews, reach out to old customers, stuff like that. That's really what we do, and that's how we generate more leads without you spending more money on marketing. Because you don't have to chase more people. We're just trying to increase the conversion rate of the people that you might already be talking to. That's kind of the whole pitch. Now, I'm just calling you because if that is something that you want to sort of hear more about, I can show you in, 5-10 minutes, give or take, one of my technicians, and if you feel like this is something that could be of value to yourself, feel free to implement it, and if not, at least you'll know what your competitors might be up to.
Yeah, if you can send me an email, and then we can start confirm the time to do that. I mean, I'm already home and done for the day.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I can't really send you like we're doing over an email. I could show it to you on like a Zoom call. It'll take maybe 10-15 minutes.
Well, if we can do that, yeah, I'm already at home. I don't want to do
Oh, no, it doesn't have to. It wouldn't be today.
Okay.
Do you want to do, I could do Wednesday. I could do tomorrow. Or either Wednesday morning or Thursday afternoon.
Tomorrow's fine.
Cool.
Tomorrow?
Let's see. Let's see, what time would this be? I've got a 12, like a noon, right before lunch.
That's fine. That's fine.
What was your name, by the way?
My name is Steve Martinez.
Got it. Thanks so much, Steve. My name's Stav. Perfect. And so I'll send you that, but I'm also going to send you a few testimonials that we have because I know, like you said in the beginning of this call, I'm not the first guy to call you to talk to you about leads, so...
No, I currently use lead services as it is. We've got different streams of whatever marketing. Half the time they're full of shit, half the time they work.
Well, that's why
That's just the truth of it.
I'm trying to be on the better half of that. So I'll send you a few testimonials of other contractors who work with us, and if you like what you hear, then I'd love to have you, man. I will send you that. You're also going to get like a confirmation text. Just feel free to respond yes, so I know you see it, and I will see you tomorrow.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thanks so much.
Nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you. Bye.
What did I tell you?
What did I tell you?
It works. It freaking works.
Oh, I'm so happy that worked. That was literally going to be my last call. Ladies and gentlemen, it is, look at the time. Look at the time. You can't see that. It's 6 p.m. That was an hour straight of call. You saw this raw. I made the list raw. Got off this appointment. Frickin' go. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm not excited because of the meeting. I don't care about the meeting. I'm excited because I got on camera. It actually works. And it's... God is good. I'm telling y'all, God is good. Let's get it. All right, thanks y'all for watching. I'm about to send him a meeting invite for tomorrow. And let's get it.